I was reading a news article one night a couple of months back, and it said, stuck in traffic. 60% of Perth has no decent public transport. And there was a line in that had a beautiful little web map, which you can see on the page there. There was a line in the article which said, Greenwood Warwick, I live in Warwick, has a percentage of population serviced by all-day transport of 1.06%. And so when I read that, I sort of went, huh? And I thought, good geospatial person that I am, I should try and go and replicate their research and see where they went wrong. I went online, I found the methodology that they used. Basically, it was public transport service within 800 metres within an interval of time of 15 minutes between 7am and 7pm. They'd used a combination of census block mesh data, the GTFS data, which is public transport network data, and they'd used a Mapbox service to generate isochrones, and they just overlapped it and generated a percentage of population. And they'd use general logic like there's a river, so that's a hard stop. I went and downloaded all the census data and all the GTS data freely available. That was pretty cool. Generated some isochrones using the ORS plugin in QGIS. And I actually did it for for the two suburbs, but in this example, I just did it for Warwick train station because that's the one I use. So let's focus on that. And the problem was the isochrone didn't even make it out of the train station car park. But more importantly, my house, which you can see there in the red star, my house wasn't included. And I was quite disappointed about that because when we moved house, I invented a new unit of measurement, which was driveways. So the primary school's 4 driveways away, best friend's house 6 driveways away, train station car park 10 driveways away. More importantly, the local pub 42 driveways away, 57 on the way back. We'll come back to that though. So let's have a look. Isochrones have their own problem. I'm not going to go into that now, but in general, you can see the trace that I did, and the isochrone will service an area that isn't serviced by the trace. This still didn't solve my problem about why my house wasn't included. Okay, fine, let's blame the data, because that's what it was. Basically, the network trace just ran through the train station car park. It didn't even make it out of the car park. That's because the footpath wasn't captured in OpenStreetMap. So I went and did that. You can see it in the map there, the green dashed line. So that was the network that I captured. Now it's fixed. Cool. So you can see the results of the network trace. My house is now included. My unit of measurement still stands. And you can see the difference between the isochrone that they generated. So it was at about this time, I think my wife was asking me to help with the tax return. So I thought, no, what improvements can we make beyond this? So let's get rid of the isochrones and the census the census data. Let's replace it with a proper network trace and a service connection model to the road network. We'll download the Microsoft building footprint data while we're at it as well, because that was going to take quite some time, which would get me out of doing that. And this was the result. So you can see the results there. The building footprints in green, serviced by the network. That's the result of the model. And individual scenarios are now catered for. So in that picture there, some of those buildings are apartments. Some of them, it's not serviced because it's not to the network, but it was included in the isochrone. This allows individual scenarios to be taken into account as opposed to regional type problems. At the end of the day, though, this was mentioned earlier before as well, we're always going to have this 57 driveways issues. Humans are humans, and we're going to do things like what we do in that path there. So, thank you.